Hi, this is Emma. We have 20 minutes together, so let's get straight into it. We're going to start on the floor today. It's not often I start a workout with core work, but here you go. Alrighty, sitting up nice and tall. I want you to breathe in, and then as you exhale, slowly wind yourself all the way down onto the mat. Inhale the arms overhead, and then exhale, sweep all the way up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, rounding down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, you can see we're going a little bit quicker now. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Picking up one leg, we're going to reach and pull up high. Reach and pull up high. Now, if this feels like it's about right for you, stay here. If you want a little bit more, add a reach of the arms. Reach just adds a little bit more. Extra effort. Reach. You can circle around if you want to get even fancier. Reach, circle around, reach, circle around. So we have 20 minutes together. I'm going to absolutely pack this in with maximum toning. A last one. Alrighty, lift both legs in the air. Extend the legs, bend. Extend, bend. If that's too much for you, it looks like this. Feet on the floor. Otherwise, extend and bend from tabletop. A little bit more, reach the arms to the sky. 4, 3, 2, last one, little hold if you like. It's a hold down here, a hold here, or a hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down, lifting the opposite leg to the sky. We reach and sit up. So remembering your options here, you can add the arms, reach, grab hold of the leg, reach, grab hold of the leg. A little bit more, it's a reach, circle to the foot, reach, circle to the foot. Last 4, 3. Now the lower you go, 2, the stronger this is going to be. 1. Beautiful work. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to lift one leg to the sky, lift the other leg to tabletop, straighten one leg, bend. Straighten the opposite leg, bend. A little bit more. Reach the arms out long. A little bit more. Reach the arms to the sky. A little bit more still. So you're just deciding what level you want to stay at. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come behind you. Now remembering, we're going to move pretty quickly through our 20 minutes together. I'm going to do a little time check to make sure I know when 20 minutes is going to be up. So we're going to move quite quickly from exercise to exercise. I really want to squeeze in as much work for you as possible. Alrighty, now this might be enough for you. Absolutely, if it is, stay here. If you're coming with me, we lift the hips up into like this reverse tabletop and bend at the elbows without letting the hips sink. Like we don't want to dip the hips. The hips do sink, but they're sinking because the elbows are bending. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs, lift the hips, take the head back. Inhale and exhale, sit all the way down. We're going to be coming back there for a little bit more. Spin yourself around, coming into whatever your favorite push-up position is. So it can be on the feet, on the knees, or even in this all fours position. We'll bend at the elbows and then rise up. So I have my arms a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. My elbows are coming out to the side. And we're going to layer onto this with our next round. You've got 4, 3. Hopefully I'm not going to give you time to get bored in this workout. And 1. Sit back. Sweep the legs through again. Hands come to the sky. This time the left leg lifts up. We're going to do a little bit of a can-can with our tricep dips. Little can-can here. So we bend and straighten. If that's too much for you, you just stick with the first variation, which is bum on the floor and elbows coming back. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Bend, extend for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Swing the legs through, come back into that all fours position, or your kneeling plank, or if you are feeling super strong, your full plank. Tricep push-ups this time, elbows are narrow, narrow elbows. So you just go as low as feels good for you. I'm staying pretty high. That feels good for me today. It's very hot in the room that I'm doing this. I'm like, why oh why did I not put the air conditioning on? Last 3, last 2, last 1. Quick change, straight back to where we were before. Arms come back. This time it's the opposite leg that lifts. We bend and can. I'm already getting puffed out. Bend and can. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Bend, extend for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last round into the push-ups. Choose your poison. This time we're making a diamond shape. I love these diamond shape push-ups. Not in the way that I love to do them, but I love what they're doing for my body because I'm working the chest, the shoulders, the biceps all at once, which is great. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, little hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. No rest for the wicked. Come straight into your all fours, extend one leg back. Make sure you're nice and even through the hips, and we will lift and tap. Lift and tap. You got it. This will be a chance for me to catch my breath a little bit. Lift and tap. So you can see that I'm actually not lifting my foot any higher than my hips. So it's not like this. See what happens then? It gets into the lower back. It's just this. Lift and tap. Lift and tap. Let's make that lift, hold, tap. Lift, hold, tap. Lift, hold, tap. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it there. Bend and extend. If you want to get a little bit fancy, we flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Beautiful. I'm trying to keep that knee at hip height. Trying to keep my hips nice and steady. So I'm not doing this. I'm keeping my hips nice and stable. Last 2. Last 1. We bring knee to knee and lift. Knee to knee and lift. Nice work. So you can see I'm keeping my whole hip region nice and stable. It's just this working leg that's moving. This bottom side is starting to feel it because I'm working pretty hard to stabilize myself. Last 2. Last 1. Stay here. Little presses, little stamps of that foot to the sky. Now really watch here that you're not opening up the hips. So we don't want to do this just yet. We're keeping the hips nice and steady, like you could rest a glass of wine or kombucha on your lower back, sort of sacrum area. Last 3, 2, and 1. Stay here. Point the toe, extend the leg, tap the foot down. You'll take it out to the side and then over into this nice rainbow shape. Over. And again, this is where it gets really tricky. And I really want you to focus on keeping those hips super steady and stable. It's not easy, okay? So do your best to keep the hips nice and balanced for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that leg out to the side. We lift and tap, lift and tap. Now try not to lean over to the side, to this supporting leg side. You want to lean more towards the working leg. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Keep that leg up. I want you to sweep it back behind you, and then as if you were butting out a cigarette with your toe, can you see how I'm twisting? I'm like opening the thigh, and my foot turns to the side. I'm not opening the hip though. I'm just rotating in the thigh socket. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Stay rotated so the side of the foot points up to the sky, and we've got little pulses to finish off this side. Just little pulses. Keep those hips nice and steady. If this hip is lifting up, push it back down, but still keep the side of the foot pointing up to the sky so that outside edge of the foot points up to the sky. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I can feel that. Sit back for the quickest of child's pose, and then we get straight back into it, straight into the other side. Extend the leg out. We lift and tap, lift and tap. Remembering that we are just lifting up to hip height, no higher. Lift and tap. Beautiful work. Lift and tap. So I really, really, really hope I can give you a maximum bang for buck. This is your go-to workout for when you know you want a full body workout, but you've only got a really short period of time. That's why we're moving so quickly, and we're focusing pretty much solely on toning in this class. We're not doing a lot of cardio, so if you do want to add on today, maybe add on a little cardio burst, or go for a walk, or do something like that, because this is all toning. Lift to the sky. We flex and point. Flex and point for bonus points. We flex and point the toe. So bend the knee, flex and point. You've got it. Keeping nice and steady and strong, even though we're really working into the glutes. This is a whole body exercise, and you should be thinking of it that way. So your arms are supporting you really strongly. Spread through the hands, push up through the chest and shoulders, and lift up your belly. So if you're doing this, lift the belly, and then it becomes much more of a full body exercise. Last 3, last 2, last 1. We stay at the top, keep the flex, knee to knee, and then just lifting up to hip height. Knee to knee, lift to hip height. Try not to open this hip. So the working leg, the tendency is to open out to the side like this. I want you to keep those hips as stable as you can. Lift and touch, lift and touch. Alrighty, you've got 4, 3, 2, last 1. Keep it to the sky. Little pulses up to the sky. Alrighty, let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here. Point the toe. Drop the foot all the way down. You'll take it out to the side and then over in your rainbow. I really want you to engage through the front of your body for this one. And you're doing that to try and keep yourself nice and still. You can, even though we want to keep the neck long, you can have a look right now and just make sure that there's no movement in this knee, this supporting leg, that you're really sweeping up and over independently. Last 3, 2, and 1. Staying out to this side. We lift and tap. Lift and tap. Remember, we're not leaning into the supporting leg. We're actually trying to lean our body weight more into the lifting leg. You've got 5, 4, 3, strong arms, 2, and 1. Sweep it all the way back. Now remember that little twist like you're putting out a cigarette. I sort of always think of, not that anyone smokes these days, but you know that action. I'll show you it. It's like this. You're putting out a cigarette with your foot, with your big toe, put out that cigarette, and then open up. Alrighty, so we're staying in this open position. So the hip's still down though, but we've got that sort of toe pointed. I can't believe I used that reference of putting out a cigarette. It makes me think of Sandy in Greece. I don't know if you've seen Greece, but we didn't lift and tap. We just did these little lifts and pulses in this turned out position. So not that I'm a smoker or I ever was, but I think of the movie Grease and how Sandy does puts the cigarette out with her foot. Anyway, here we are. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep this hip down, but side of the foot up. 2 and 1. And release. Give your hips a little wiggle. No rest for the wicked. Step up into a downward dog. Tap the knees down. Step up, little tap. Tap the knees, press out, downward dog. Tap the knees, press out, downward dog. Last one, find your downward dog. Now walk your feet into the center of your mat and then bend the knees very slowly because we've had our head down for a while. We don't want to get woozy, rolling up super, super slow. Alrighty. Coming into a narrow V position. So feet in this position, not a super wide turnout. Just I think sort of 11 and 1 on a clock face. If you imagine, your toes are pointing to 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Now bend your knees and then lift your heels up off the mat. If you need a chair for balance, absolutely go and get one. Otherwise, I find hands on my hips is a nice way for me to keep my balance. Now squeeze the heels together like crazy and then just release them. Squeeze and release. I want you to feel what happens around your inner thighs and your bottom when you squeeze the heels together. You can feel there's just such a better engagement. So I want to keep them squeezed. Hands on the waist. We bend the knees and the knees go over the toes and then we rise up. Bend the knees and rise up. I'm going to go side on. I want you to keep going, but I want to show you something. All right, so we're in this nice turnout position with the feet. My heels are pressing together. What I'm not doing is sending my bottom back like this. What I am doing is going down an imaginary wall. So keeping myself nice and upright, head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And what we want to do is we want to feel that burn. So we might be here for a little while. Keep the heels pressing together. There you go, knees over the toes. Beautiful work. So it's like tiny diamond, big diamond. What I'm not doing is coming all the way up to straight. I'm not doing that. I'm just coming up to that bent knee position. So I'm making my diamond wider and then narrower. Alrighty. Just do a little check, tuck your tailbone under a little bit because your bottom's probably going backwards. What happens when your bottom goes back is that you get your glutes involved, which is great, but it's not what we're doing right now. Or your glutes more involved, I should say. It takes too much out of the thighs, and what we're doing now is we want to burn up the thighs. Last one, stay down at the bottom. Bring your hands out wide. We're going to do little pulses. What I really want you to do is keep squeezing those heels together. Keep squeezing the heels together nice and long. Start to do little circles with the arms. We've already done some arm work. This just adds a little bit more, and who doesn't want a little bit more, right? Let's do circles the other way, circles. Now strong arms, so we are working the arms too. I want you to squeeze the heels, but I also want you to stretch your arms out super long and imagine that you are contracting all of your muscles. Alrighty, let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hopefully you're feeling a burn in the thighs. Arms come down. Now we're going to do a little open out of the knees, but it's not coming from the knees. It's coming from up here. So it's like a wrapping back of the thighs. Wrap back. From here, we can do little, so let me work out. There we go. As you wrap back, reach out. As you wrap back, reach, reach, reach. You've got it. Let's do 10. Hopefully you're feeling the burn. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep this bend in the knees. Press the hands together. If you need a little breather, take a little breather. Otherwise, squeeze the heels together like with me. Press the hands together. Bend down a little deeper. Hold, hold, hold. Make sure your bottom's not sticking out. Upright your spine. Draw the belly in. You've got 4, a little lower. 3, a little lower. 2, a little lower. Hold 1, and come all the way up to standing. Take the legs wide. Just the quickest of flushes out. Then we're going back into our last little sequence for this workout. Knees track over the toes. So hopefully you feel like you're getting bang for buck. Last one. Sink down nice and low. I want you to transfer your weight to this side and then this side. This side and then this side. Arm movements optional. And remember, we're still uprighting our spine, so we're not sticking our bottom back. Reach at the head if you like, reach. So we're just transferring, it's just this weight transfer. Reach, reach. Last 4, last 3, last 2, I'm gonna say last 1 now. So we even it up. Come back to center, sink a little lower here. Hands in front of the heart center. Lift and lower your heels. 1 at a time. You are almost there. Press the hands together. Lift and lower. Sink a little lower. Lift and lower. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift both heels. We reach the arms to the sky, holding here for 8, 7. Use your chair if you need it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up to standing. Let's squat it out to finish. Now, you might like to do a little stretch. I highly recommend it. A little stretch. And if you want to add on today, take a 20-minute walk or do a little 10-minute cardio burst right here on Barre Body Online. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, hold this next one down, 1. That is it, or almost it. Just hold a little bit longer. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day today. And remember, you can come back to this workout, sink a little lower. You can come back to this workout anytime you want a short, sharp workout that's all about toning and covers all the bases. Amazing. Thank you so much.